According to the Anti-Defamation League, Patriot Front is a white supremacist group whose members maintain that their ancestors conquered America, bequeathing it to them and no one else. Over 100 people could be seen marching through the streets of downtown Nashville, covering their faces with masks and holding shields and Confederate flags. State Democrats denounced the group for what they are calling acts of terror in our community.
Lego, wavy. I hope everyone had a good 4th of July, was able to stay safe with some good food, good fireworks, be able to celebrate, or at the very least, enjoy a day off from work with some good barbecue food. However you decide to spend it, whatever you decided to do, I hope it was a good time for you and yours.
You ain't black.
The 4th of July will put us at around 4 months until the 2024 presidential election. The fearmongering is only going to continue, and it's going to happen on every level. All right, now, we saw how President Biden did in his debate against President Trump, or former President Trump. They're asking for him to step down and be replaced by about a handful of other potential candidates.
That saved a wretch like me.
Since they see they no longer could defend President Biden logically, now they're going to try to attack people at the next level, which I think is emotionally. Which brings me to my story today. We should be able to see the timing for this case. All right, this is the summer before an election. All of a sudden, we're seeing all of these alt-right groups popping up. And I'm not saying that there aren't real groups. I'm not saying that there aren't real threats. But I'm saying, think about it. Any alt-right group right now, any neo-Nazi group right now is going to be on some sort of federal watch list. Remember, Joe Biden said the biggest threat to democracy is white supremacy.
The Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans. And that is a threat to this country. To choose love over hate, unity over disunion, progress over retreat, to stand up against the poison of white supremacy, as I did in my inaugural address, to single out as the most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland is white supremacy.
As you can see, this is a group called Patriot Front. All right, this took place in Nashville, Tennessee, where they took to the streets to protest. This looks like straight Fed boy type of business. All right, they have their faces covered. As far as the alt-right or MAGA or ultra conservatives or whatever, are they for face masks or against face masks? All right, but even if, it would be very easy to track down who these people are. All right, there's a U-Haul right there. I'm sure that they could go in and track it. It's 2024. According to Wikipedia, Patriot Front is an American white supremacist and neo-fascist hate group. Patriot Front's aesthetic combines traditional Americana with fascist symbolism. Internal communications within the group indicated it had approximately 200 members as of late 2021. So this is a small organization, all right? They have about 200 members, and according to where they fall under, I think that they would be on some type of watch list if they were a real thing. Now, like I said, I believe that these are all feds. I don't believe that I think that these are just plants put there because they're trying to stoke the narrative. Okay, they want to act like if there's some big war coming up, between whether a civil war, I'm not sure. And what seems like a response to the Patriot Front's protests in Nashville, Tennessee, the Black Hebrew Israelites were able to organize in Louisiana, New Orleans to be specific, where they protested and had their own demonstration. Not really sure what we're gearing up for as we get closer to the election. How do you feel about it? Do you think that this is a legitimate group, a neo-Nazi group, neo-fascist group, and groups like this will continue to increase and get more and more violent as we get to the election? And depending on how it turns out, if President Trump is elected, then they're going to have a free-for-all on whoever they hate the most, whoever their hate is targeted at.
Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains. They're going to put you all back in chains. They're going to put you all back in chains.
This is a totally legitimate group, Okay, this is not the feds at all. These people are out here protesting because they feel empowered and emboldened by the former president's rhetoric and at the thought of him potentially becoming the president again. Or do you think that as we get closer and closer to the election, they're going to continue to put out propaganda and misinformation and, red herrings or whatever you want to call them, to keep people in check?
I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Keep the fear-mongering where it needs to be so that people can go out and vote emotionally, because logically they see that they can't really tell us that President Biden is ready to run the country for another 4 years. Either way, interested to know whatever y'all got to say. Let me know in the comments below. Until the next video, y'all stay wavy.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like